Mukesh Butani with me, and this is roughly the time every year after the budget that I look at Mukesh and say, what's in the fine print that we should all be now really worrying about?
Let me just first answer the first question on where the money is going to come from. I think she is making an assumption that the tax buoyancy she experienced in 22-23 will continue over 2 fiscal years. Because without that, for her to be able to meet 5.9% next year and take it to 4.5% the year after that is going to be a task. I think last year's budget, she probably, and as we had discussed and debated it, underestimated the tax collection target. She's gained in 2 ways. One, she was conservative last year. This year she is aggressive in my view because she is betting growth on a host of factors. One, as you correctly pointed out, consumption. There hasn't been a lot of giveaway by the government because of the rates in tax changes. She gave away 40,000, which included corporate tax as well, which is not much in the overall context. But she's betting a lot that the infrastructure spend of last year, which was 60%, this year again 30%, and she talked about tripling it over a 4-year period from 1920 onwards. I think she's betting a lot that capex will generate productive assets, and that will have a multiplier effect on employment, on demand creation, so on and so forth. I think it's a safe bet in my view, because the fact still remains that amongst the large emerging economies, India would be probably doing very well. To your question, what does the fine print say? I think there is a lot in the fine print on direct tax side. One, in terms of simplification, addressing the dispute resolution. There is now a delegated power from the commissioner to the deputy commissioner to deal with disputes that arise for small individuals and classes of taxpayers where the amount of dispute is not high. There is an exemption limit for government employees on leave encashment, which she has taken from 3 lakh to 25 lakhs. Of course, that had not been revised for over a decade. Now, all of these measures, there is a standard deduction for people with salaries up to 15 lakh rupees. What is happening is that she's betting that all of these is going to put more money in the hands of the marginalized and low taxpayers. Even for high taxpayers, she's modified the highest surcharge and reducing the effective tax rate from 42 to 39%.
Which in a sense is almost counterintuitive in an election year, but it makes sense because some of the people at the highest limit were leaving India and going and setting up base in Dubai or Singapore, which is a loss to India. So to that extent, it makes sense.